Hello, everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the California Golden Bears taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Golden Bears will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the first possession of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
Line getting set on second down. Harris will throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he... Sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And offensively, we know it. third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So the Cal Bears offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at... players for this game. David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
With the catch, it's Knox. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Golden Bears want to move quickly.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
Slides away. Unloads it left. He's got it. Moving deeper into... Remove the chains. It's first down at the 27. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. He'll try it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the owner.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
And now on third down, shadowed their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Harris back to pass. Finds his tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks have this offense rolling. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And here comes the offense on second down. Unloads quickly. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. Everybody wants chunk plays, and you need them, but this...
No doubt. Take what the defense gives you. Sometimes it's okay to be patient. Sometimes it's okay not to push the ball down the field. The defense is giving the underneath stuff. The offense is taking it and moving the ball down the field really nicely.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you,
hit the afterburners, kid. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man quickly. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Got it behind the line. It's Witherspoon. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Third down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Feeling some heat. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Handoff to the lone back. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6. The Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. They go to the draw. Dances away from 1. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. That's caught. It's knocked. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game.
He smashes his way through again. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact.
And they got him for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On second down, he's looking downfield. It's caught. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He'll get it to about the 25. To the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently.
Lets it fly! And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain.
Incomplete.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Harris will throw. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Witherspoon. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Try to get it on the ground. And he's not going to have enough. That defense outfights him and stops him short, riding him out of bounds. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Still on his feet at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter.
Going over the top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Quick strike complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Harris back to pass. They're trying to get to it. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football team.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to throw on second down. Getting some heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. A third and long coming up here. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll pull it down and run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Harris will throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive... Reel it in.
Offense staying aggressive. You know the windows are hard to throw into down here in the end zone. Great effort by the receiver. Just couldn't get a foot down in bounds.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had an enjoyable day there today in Eugene. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Fakes his man out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Golden Bears want to pick up the tempo. Now he's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Golden Bears are flying down the field. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Dialing up a second down pass play. He's got it on the run. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On 2nd and 10, 4 wide out set, trips right. Harris back to pass. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver.
He lets it fly. Pulls it in on the left. Nothing but green ahead. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Oregon. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Golden Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Bail him out like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get there.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Ducks! And the route is on. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on out.
Might as well stick with him. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He makes the connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ducks! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They get to him as he throws. Complete downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, oh, it's bigger dreams for this squad. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires downfield. Makes the grab. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Makes his connection. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
He'll just keep slinging it. Now adjusting. At the 35, he's got room. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his man. Makes the catch and knocked down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cal!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Harris will throw. Scrambling away. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Quarterback checking the play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Trying play action. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. East Carolina is running away with things, and I'm not sure anyone inside that program saw this coming today. They're up. Over Rice. We promise to keep you posted. What goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking to scramble. Quarterback gets past the marker. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Farrell. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on their quarterback. I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
That's so frustrating. I got you in the perfect situation. I get you in 3rd and long, more predictable. I know it's going to be a pass, and then Houdini pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes something happen, scrambles around, gets the first down. Goodness gracious, this guy is so good.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
They have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Golden Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Comes out throwing on first down. He unleashes a long one. And it's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They weren't able to move them an inch on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal. Touch pass on the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
about to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out.
California offense.
13. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Harris back to pass. Going deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Running toward the tape. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging holiday greetings this year after this game.
And I tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We might look at a little bit of that there. You can take a knee. You can run the clock out, but they chose not to, so deal with it.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.